Good morning. Everything that the mind creates through name, through identification, it causes a problem for life. Now, identification is not a major problem. Facing a crocodile is a major problem. Facing an identification problem is not a major problem. But it still creates a need to overcome, to see through, so that we can reach the next stage, the next destination, the final destination. But in this final destination there's more identifications. And it becomes a minefield for the mind. One of the things that was clearly seen through an enlightened state was that names are just unnecessary components to this life. When we name the city Paris, it sounds to be great. Oh, it's a wonderful pronunciation, Paris, Paris. It's a place. And it's great. Until you have to find Paris. You see, in life, the body is moving. When mind was never active, when mind was not egoistically important to this life in an evolved way, you would find yourself walking and then suddenly come upon this city that we now call Paris. So it was a flowing sensation, a mystery, a new experience unfolding before our very eyes. But now the mystery has gone. Now that unfolding has gone, because it's now a name. Someone says you have to go to Paris. Oh, where is Paris? A problem. How do I get there? What route do I have to take? All these things to overcome. Again, I say, not a major problem. We can sit down, we can get a map, we can decide what transport we're going to take, and we can reach this place, Paris. But it's the same experience, knowing it exists as a name, than actually just, suddenly discovering it. Wow, it's great. It's the same experience. I'm so lucky to be here. We, through our evolved need to create words and identifications, create more thoughts, more problems. Now, we are built uniquely, and some are able to take on these problems flowingly. Yeah, it's okay, it's a name. I know how to get there. It's not about financially better off or better equipped or more intelligent or more information. Some are genetically able to just move with the ego. And some more spiritual beings are very obstinate. I don't understand these names. I just want to be happy. For some, happiness is in the information. For some, happiness is in the spontaneity. For some, happiness is in the laziness. I just want to be served. For some, happiness is in the challenge. We have to accept each other for our unique genetic ways. Because we're built through our conditioned parenting, grandparenting, culture. But we have this inability to accept each other uniquely. We want to unite. So we create a race. We create an idea. Those intellects say, right, we need peace and harmony in the world. Let's create a race. Adolf Hitler tried to do it. Now we're trying to do it through robots. It's not going to work. None of these things work, so don't worry about anything. It's going to fall, and something else will come and say, no, we have to create it this way. We have to unite everything this way. And the way of unification is to accept everyone for what they are. But you have to accept yourself for what you are initially. Not many accept themselves for what they are. A lot of ego minds think they know what they are. They don't perceive to seek. I know what I am. I don't need anyone else to tell me. Of course, no one should be informing or teaching. Teaching is a very, very suspect word for this speaker. I don't think, if you are a good teacher, if you're a really good teacher, you will teach yourself to be in unification with what your true self is. There's no me and you, me teaching you, you teaching me. There's only I teaching I. There's only I reflecting I. There's only I here as what I is, not what the world expects I to be. The misunderstanding, the misconception of through an enlightened state is when God and Spirit speaks, they speak to you individually as if you are the only one that exists on this planet. But by you know that they're speaking everyone in the same way. So we are each one a universal space, sharing an experience, an appearing experience on this planetary Earth. So we're all interacting. We're all here trying to find some sort of way to pacify our relationship, me and you, we can become one. It's not going to happen in a universal spiritual way. It appears to be happening in a human, organically, temporally body way. But that's not the real reason I came on to speak. I had a little plan. Because one of the things that was discovered, and this is just a sharing, it's not to try and convince you to believe is we have created this language. And many speakers speak about words and the unnecessary need for creating more words and what words mean. And some really love the idea of words. Yeah, let's live a life of words. God says, let's live the word. Yeah, one word. I. Let's live I. No, God means all words. Let's create more words on behalf of... Okay, I want to ask you a question. Because the question is doubt. This one had to overcome... Let's go back to the beginning of the video. We're here to... Words create problems for the life. Problems are hurdles to jump over. Okay? They're not here to be walked and turned away unless you're turning away from all problems, which means you're going within and ignoring this world, which is the quickest and safest route to becoming true to yourself. But we don't do it like that. The mind says, no, one problem at a time. So the first problem is doubt. Doubt comes from a question. Why is questions here? Why do we question things? Is there a need to question things? Do we question the quality of the animal when we eat it? Do we question where it lived, where it came from, how old it was? No, there's no need to question because we eat, we breathe, and we stay alive. And that's all we're here to do. We create questions because of boredom. I'm bored. I have a mind now where I'm born in this contemporary world. I need to fit in, therefore I have to become intelligent. Therefore, whenever I'm bored, I have to be doing something. And I don't sometimes know what to do. So I have to ask people, what should I do? So questions are born because you're not sure of what you're here for and what you should be pursuing and doing. And the reality of life is we're not here to do anything through a controlled mechanical way. We're here to just be and work in a Amish kind of way. In a way of, yeah, I can do that for you. Yeah. Would you like to do this for me? Yeah. Okay. Questions arise. And doubt is because we don't know. So therefore we doubt what we are, what the world is, and what's going on. And this is, of course, God. I want to give you a question. And it's a very simple question. And everyone probably has asked this question either to themselves or to another being. And the question is there a God? Now that's a modern day question based on our language, based on our grammar, based on what we know, based on our inherited, conditioned way of learning at academy or school. In other countries, the question may be, the words may be in a different way of appearing. It could be God, there is there a God? When you want to remove the question, and U.G. Krishnamurti is a wonderful, wonderful speaker on questions and answers. U.G. Krishnamurti will tell you that the answer, there is no question. When the answer is removed, there is no question. Meaning, there is no answer. Okay? So what's the point of asking any questions? Now, it's not very spiritual in how he promotes this, but he's actually saying what it is, without being godly and spiritual and connected. And that's his choice. That's his freedom, his mind-based choice. To say, no, I'm not being forced into that world of systematic society questions and answers. I'm going to remain here, free and liberated as whatever I am. That's why U.G. did not want to be associated with guru, the word teacher, the word anything, because I'm not any of that, because these are systematic society ways of trying to entice you back into this way. And it could be a godly way, a spiritual way, it could be a soulful way, it could be a mechanical way, a robotic way, a controlling way. And it's a great choice from U.G. And he's very, very similar to Ramana Maharshi without being spiritual, without being that saintliness, that soft, undulating, nice to be around being. He wants to remain hard. Now, it's not about U.G. I want to go in between and say, okay, let's ask the question, is there a God? But let's forget about the answer and look at the question, because U.G. also says the answer is in the question. Eckhart Tolle says the answer is in the question. The speaker says the answer is in the question. You stay aware on the question and you remove the question without finding the answer. Is there a God? What if the speaker said to you that the name of life for us is based on the maple and the ribbons? I being I, that symbolic, straight down, descriptive vowel I. The ribbons being S, moving. I, S. I am. I exist. I move. I love. So, the word that was revealed to this one, that life is, meaning the word is describes life fully, as it is. So, is there a God? So you take a comma and put it after is. You don't have a question, you have a statement. Is there a God? There it is. Is the God? Now, you could say, well, that's your way of looking at it. But the point of this is to say there are hundreds of ways to look at it. There are billions of ways to look at every statement, every question. There are billions of languages to take and look at how other countries pronounce their ways. I don't know about languages, but maybe in another country they say there is a God with a question mark after it. God is there. Meaning God is there. there? Is a God? The question mark only makes doubt. Certain things in life, question marks are valid. Where can I find food? How can I breathe? There's something in the child is instructed. It's saying out loud without speaking. I can't breathe. Help me breathe. How can I breathe? These are important. These are the only things that need to be questioned. How can I survive? Words are boundaries. And we love egoistically to create even bigger words, more intelligent words. We create division because the more hurdles we come over, the more we are going weaving in and out of each other, antagonizing and conflicting and contradicting each other. Life is straightforward. It's right down the middle with no words. We have to stop every now to eat. We have to stop every now to urinate or sleep or rest. We don't have to find Paris. We give names. To you it's Paris. To another it's city. To another it's land. To another it's earth. To another it's life. So let's be unique. You call it Paris, I'm fine. Whatever I call it is not relevant, because the mind of identification is broken, dissected, and it's become one whole. There is no Paris, there is no France, there is no Spain, there is no UK, there is no Africa, there is no states, there is no oceans, there is only life as it is. There is no earth. Even the planets are as much to be worshipped as this planet, because without the planets around it circulating, without the universe flowing within its own universal law, its own universal language, we wouldn't be having this discussion here today. So love everything. Love the unique one. Love everyone for what they're doing, even though in your mindset you think, oh my God, what are they doing now? Worry about yourself. Your spirit, whoever it is, Christ, Buddha, names, whatever you are, that Sadguru within is only concerned about you. Go meet that one. Shake hands and come out and see what life looks like then. See the glorification of what you thought was miserable, depressing, stressful, and see it for what it is. It's just beautiful chaos, beautiful unfolding. Even the sun changes when the clouds come over it. Every moment. One moment sun, next moment dull. Everything is good.